World Basketball is going out of their way to show Caitlin Clark the most love. That's all I'm going to say. Because everything I done seen displayed from FIFA World Basketball that then led up to this point showed me how the WNBA is supposed to be looking at everything and how it's supposed to be showing love to Caitlin Clark as a superstar, more importantly as a global icon.
What if I told you this moment right here isn't just emotion, it's the beginning of something way bigger? Because look closely, that energy on your screen? That's not normal. That's not just another analyst throwing out takes for attention. You can literally feel it through the screen, and that tells you everything. This is real. This is raw. This is frustration that's been building, and now, it's finally starting to spill over. And trust me, once it reaches this point, things don't just calm down, they explode. Check this out.
Now this is the WNBA X account. We don't see Caitlin anywhere. Shout out to Aaliyah Boston. Where's Caitlin Clark at? Now you see the hypocrisy. Where's Caitlin at? Where Caitlin at? I don't see Caitlin. Where Caitlin at, bruh? Right here. And then they don't have no highlights of Caitlin Clark shooting no logo threes. The league she played for don't have any highlights of CC shooting any logo threes. Why is that?
That was wild, right? And now you start to understand why the temperature is rising. Because honestly, can you even blame him for going off like that? He's not just ranting for no reason. He's locked in on something very specific. We're talking about a pinned video, yeah, just a simple social media post. But don't get it twisted, that post is exposing a massive gap. A straight-up double standard in how two different basketball organizations are treating their biggest, most influential star. And once fans catch on to something like that, oh, it turns into a full-blown storm. Take a look at this.
When you click on FIFA, you see CC3. Look at it. Look at this. CC logo 3. Now, this is the MVP stuff that we're going to get into, but I just wanted to point something out to y'all, man. This is crazy to me, dog, that they show more love for Caitlin Clark. Look, here go another video.
That clip right there? Yeah, that's exactly what people are talking about. Now really think about this contrast for a second, because it's actually crazy. On one side, you've got international basketball basically rolling out the red carpet. Full superstar treatment, spotlight, hype, everything, for Caitlin Clark. But on the other side, her own league, the WNBA. They're moving like she doesn't even exist. We're talking about her signature logo threes, the most electric, must-watch plays in the game right now, and they're barely even touching their main feeds. That's not just a miss, that feels intentional. Like they're low-key trying to ignore a whole movement happening right in front of them. And once fans start connecting those dots, oh yeah, it gets messy real fast. Watch what happens next.
So, insane level of talent. Who's been your San Juan MVP? As you guys can see here, here's the leaders. Team USA. Let's click on the voting situation, though, because this is what I want to see. So those of you guys who want to vote, you'll click on that link, go through the process. Who has been the MVP? Got Caitlin Clark right there. Now, as of right now, let's see. Look like Caitlin Clark. I don't know if this is definitive. Oh, Caitlin Clark's winning. Oh, my goodness. Okay, this is it right here. I placed my vote for CC. So you just click on this arrow and you vote for CC. You go to FIFA World Basketball X account. You click there and you vote. Currently right now, Caitlin Clark is winning.
That comparison you just saw. Yeah, that's where things go from questionable to straight up suspicious. He's literally scrolling through the official WNBA account, and when it comes to Caitlin Clark, it's like a ghost town. Let that sink in for a second. This isn't just any player. We're talking about the biggest draw in the league right now, the one who basically flipped the entire spotlight on women's basketball and sent the viewership numbers through the roof. And somehow, she's getting buried in the feed while other names are pushed front and center. That's not just a bad call, that's a baffling, almost unbelievable marketing move. It makes you start asking real questions about what's actually happening behind the scenes at the league office. And trust me, what comes next only adds more fuel to the fire. Check this out.
Ryan Howard should be way above Angel Reese. Let me see, can I vote again? She's supposed to be way above Angel Reese. I'm sorry. Ryan Howard been balling. Maria, I don't even know a lot of these ladies' names. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Then we got Megan. Then we got Jackie Young. She been doing all right. Then we got some other ladies with some weird names there. But this is...
See, that right there just proved the point, didn't it? And here's the part a lot of people are finally waking up to. This isn't just a one-time slip or some random oversight. Nah, this is a pattern. A clear, documented pattern. Because while FIBA already cracked the code and said, yo, this is a global icon, let's push her everywhere, the WNBA is still hesitating like they don't fully get it. And that's wild, especially when all the data is literally sitting right in front of them. When you've got a player who moves the entire culture, you don't play it safe, you go all in. You build the brand around that star power, because that's what elevates the whole league. That's what brings in new fans, new energy, new money. And the fact that one side is doing it perfectly while the other keeps holding back. Oh, it raises even bigger questions. And what you're about to see next takes this debate to a whole new level.
Now, something else shifted to another segment of the video is UConn is making headlines, putting hands and feet all over people. We got to start back covering the UConn games because I'm telling you right now, from what I'm hearing on the streets, they land a can of you honey on these women. Let's
go to the women's tournament. Here we go.
And that's the part that really makes you stop and think. Because we've already seen this playbook work at the highest level. Look at the NBA. They've been building around LeBron James for years, turning him into a global powerhouse. Same thing in Formula One with Max Verstappen. They know exactly who the main attraction is, and they lean all the way into it. That's how you grow a sport. That's how you create moments that go viral, that bring in millions of new eyes. But then you look at the WNBA, and it feels like they're trying to play it too safe. Like they're so focused on spreading the spotlight evenly that they're actually dimming the one light that's pulling fans into the arena in the first place. And in today's sports world, that kind of strategy just doesn't hit, it falls flat. Because fans don't connect with balance, they connect with stars. And when you ignore that, you risk missing your biggest moment. But what happens next? Yeah, this is where things really start getting heated. Check this out.
UConn. And I know that sounds crazy because anything can happen in the NCAA tournament and upsets happen and these stories can be magical. I'm not saying it's impossible for a team to beat UConn. I am saying it's not probable. I am going UConn over the field. To me, game planning against the versatility of Sarah Strong, that young woman right there who is so skilled. She is the size of a big with the skills of a guard. She's second in the team in assists. She's shooting almost 60, 40, 90 from the field, alongside AZ Fudd, who's shooting 45% from three. To me, this UConn team, the versatility they have with their lineups, the way that they play together on both ends of the floor, they're peaking at the right time. I don't see a team touching UConn. Again, it's not impossible.
Yeah, did you catch that? That clip right there hit different. And now we're seeing another video of Caitlin Clark, and listen closely to the word he used. Spiteful. That's not just someone being extra for views, that's a loaded word. Because when you stack all the evidence we've been talking about, the posts, the silence, the way she's being handled, it starts to feel less like coincidence and more like intention. And that's why people are leaning into language like that. It's heavy, no doubt, but in this situation, it actually lines up with the energy fans are picking up from the league's decision makers. And once a narrative like that starts gaining traction, it doesn't slow down, it snowballs. And what comes next? That's where the conversation really takes a turn.
To say, I just think that when you look at the greatness, I mean, you got Fudd, who's a player of the year, a projected #1 pick. You got Strong, who knows what he can do. They're an elite three-point shooting team. They force like 24 turnovers. They score like 33 points off turnovers. Like, my God. I mean, how the hell are you going to beat them? Here's how you can beat UConn, which is a long shot, to say the least. You could be stingy defensively in terms of forcing turnovers and stuff like that, like Texas is capable of doing, or Lauren Betts at UCLA, who I just had the pleasure of interviewing about a little over a week ago. So I look at UCLA and their size. They complemented that with some perimeter shooting this year, and I think that they would probably give UConn a better matchup than they did last year in the final.
And that's the moment where it stops being just an opinion and starts looking like straight-up pattern recognition. Because think about what we're actually seeing here. When international basketball organizations are pushing more Caitlin Clark content than her own league, that's a red flag you can't ignore. That's not normal. When FIBA is out here dropping dedicated highlight packages, celebrating every deep logo 3, building the hype the way it's supposed to be built, while the main WNBA account is acting like those same moments don't even exist. Come on now. At that point, you're not just questioning strategy, you're questioning intent. You have to sit back and ask, what is really going on behind the scenes? Because something doesn't add up. And trust me, the next part takes this from a debate to something way bigger.
Obviously, that was a tough matchup for them, but UCLA could avenge that with Betts inside. They've got some size at UCLA, and you could potentially cause UConn's problems with that. But UConn forces you to start your offense deep away from the basket, and they can turn stuff into blowouts real quick. So ball protection, not turning the ball over, and capitalizing off the glass is key against UConn. Whoever can do that can give them a run for their money, but that's what it's going to have to take, which requires near perfect play in order to do it.
Whoa, that last clip really drives it home, doesn't it? Look, this isn't about random basketball moves or minor editorial choices. This is a league-level philosophy problem. FIA World Basketball gets it. They see Caitlin Clark as the superstar she is and they go all in. Fan votes, highlight reels, podium spots, media access, you name it. They treat her like the global icon she's become because they know that when she shines, the sport shines. Meanwhile, the WNBA. They're tiptoeing around her success, limiting her exposure, and acting like giving her the spotlight somehow hurts anyone else. That's not strategy, that's insecurity. Think about it, record-breaking stats, sold-out arenas, 3.2 million viewers tuning in. Caitlin didn't ask for this attention, she earned it. Yet the league downplays her impact, spreads credit artificially, and shifts her position constantly. It's ego management disguised as fairness, and it's holding the entire league back. FA proves you don't dim a star, you amplify them, and the fans follow. You give people a reason to show up, and then they discover the rest of the talent for themselves. The WNBA's approach is costing everyone. Veterans, rookies, the sport itself. It's a missed opportunity of historic proportions. If they continue down this path, they'll be left wondering why growth stalls while international leagues run circles around them. But if they pivot, embrace their stars, and market them like the game changers they are, that's when the league can truly explode. So here's the reality. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a movement, a gateway for millions of fans, and the proof that star-driven growth works. The WNBA can either adapt and ride this wave, or keep fighting it and watch it pass them by. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me, is the WNBA helping or hurting itself by handling Caitlin this way? And if you don't want to miss the next breakdown of how the league can actually fix this, hit that subscribe button, because trust me, this story is far from over, and the next chapter is going to be wild.